going on, everybody? So today I wanted to bring a highly requested video. Everybody wanted a breakdown of the BB system course, or the BB course as it's also known as, and I decided to just make a quick cut video of what is on it, just a quick preview of it. Again, this is the preview screen. You can see this yourself too by going to the purchase menu. You can click on the Bueller by School screen menu thing, and then it'll show you a preview, and it'll show you most of this. And this is basically what you can see. I preview basically the entire course. You just have to click on it. And I'll drop a link in the bio, so make sure you go check that out. There's also a code there, so if you go use that, it'll get you to the link to the course, so you can have a good purchase of it and all that good stuff. But let's get into the breakdown of it. So we have the welcome screen, of course. This basically just, says hi, a bunch of cool little just quick explanations of what you're going to be jumping into. And then, of course, the links and more. This just brings you basically to our Discord, all kinds of cool information about the YouTube and all cool stuff about that. A lot of these right here are the basics of options. This is where you're going to see, again, the basics of options. Calls, puts, what are they? How are they used? What do they mean? What are all the breakdowns of it? What are the mechanics behind them? And honestly, my favorite part of all of this section, once you finish, all of this is good for reading, but once you finish this part, honestly, this last part right here, the options trading quiz, this is really where you'll get a lot of your learning. And this is my favorite part because this quiz, and I made it personally myself, I think it has like 50 questions on it. But if you go through it, and you get it wrong, you can go back through it again, and you can shuffle the questions over and over and over, and you can get it until you get it perfect. And then over time, you'll start to remember these things better, because you're never going to go through it once and then just be like, oh, I remember it all perfect. Nope, you're going to have to go through it a couple times at least to really memorize it best. And honestly, read it out loud to yourself, write it down, all that good stuff. And honestly, just repetitiveness really does help, kind of going through the options quiz multiple times. And I think you'll enjoy it because it's not the easiest quiz. There are some easy questions, there's some mediumly kind of hard questions, and then there are some definitely hard questions on there. So I hope that there's a good mix of difficulty in there once you get to it. And then of course we also, here, let me scroll up so you just see this part. But then we have the next section, and this is kind of a highly requested section because I really did stem from swing trading before I got into day trading and scalp trading and all that good stuff. I was really big into just charting and patterns with positioning, and you'll see a lot of that here. There are quizzes, breakdowns, kind of follow along videos you can do with different trades that we've taken, examples that we found, all good stuff like that. And you'll find all cool information about that, not just in the breakdowns that are written, but also in the video formats as well. And again, that's a kind of a big trend to each section. You won't just have written content, you'll have video content as well as interactive content as well. And there's a really cool section at the end that we'll get to. And then there's the BB system. Let me try to we'll just get this part in. The BB system. So you got section 1 of the BB system, kind of the basics, getting the levels, what do they mean, how do we view them, and then again, step 2, section 2, the next leap into the BB system, kind of past the levels more. How do you trade from these levels? How do you take opportunity from these levels, take advantage of the levels, and all that good information, stop losses, targets, all that good stuff. Really, day trading and scalping is really what this is focused on, this entire section here, section 1, 2, 3. And then, of course, kind of some touch-up stuff at the end, the technical analysis routine. This is where we get our bigger time frames to break down the smaller time frames a lot easier. And there's a lot more information now on this topic on YouTube as well. And this is also linked in the bottom section, which we'll get to at the end. 3-bar and 4-bar plays. Sorry, English is hard. The importance of them, you need to be able to identify and execute successful trades with them, because these are really good intraday patterns that you're going to see pretty regularly. And I'm not going to speak to these on like the daily time frame or the bigger time frames, but smaller time frames, you're going to see a load of 3-bar, 4-bar play examples, and even just variations of them. Everyone's always like, oh, bullish rectangles, bullish flags, pennants, this, that, diamonds. You'll see that 3-bar, 4-bar plays and multiple variations of these happen all the time. And so I think once you get through this section, you'll appreciate the different opportunities you'll see pop up on them. And then of course the bottom section, which is my favorite part, of course, because this has a load of content from all kinds of different times with me and all kinds of stuff. But video content, if you go into here, there's all kinds of links to mentorships that me and a couple of my friends have done, mainly me, but I have had a couple friends in here. Let's back it up. Go back. Oh, okay, there we go. It was bugging out. So video content, the live trade series. This has the live trade series with me, Devin, Leland, or Nerdy Bicep, you know him as Devin, Leland, username, and then a few others as well. I think I'm forgetting somebody. Sorry if I forgot you. But there's a lot of really cool trades in there, and it breaks down live recordings of trades that we've taken, and then we also give breakdowns right afterwards as well as on top of the video itself. So that's a really, really awesome breakdown, but it's mainly day trades and scalps. And then of course we have extra quizzes, which this is honestly my favorite one. If you end up going to that, which I'll block that out because I just clicked on that on accident. But if you end up making it to those quizzes, I think you'll appreciate that a lot, because those are some really in-depth quizzes me and my friend Leland worked on. The candlestick quizzes and good stuff. The January 2nd seminar, this features me and a lot of very popular traders around Twitter and all kinds of awesome communities. So you'll end up seeing a lot of really cool stuff. I was the main speaker, but there were a lot of really cool side speakers that really are all a lot more known than me. So it was really cool to kind of hear from more professional traders as well, and it's really cool to hear from them and kind of get their breakdowns of different things. But really cool. Jay Dunn was in this. There was a couple other traders in it that had a really, really awesome breakdowns on whatever topics they were on. The scalp trading series, my personal favorite. This breaks down a lot of more scalp trades. Again, you could see it by the name. But these are live trades that I took either with my YouTube members, my Discord members, or with myself, and I just end up recording it, breaking it down. But these are a lot more bigger breakdowns on kind of how we grew an account in 1 month from a certain amount to a bigger amount. We basically grew it almost 100%. There's a big 2.5-hour video on this now that's on the YouTube. That everyone can access. And then of course the lead test playlist. And as a bonus for watching this video, if you got this far, at the very, very end, at the bio of this video, I will drop a new playlist of links for all kinds of cool explanations that I've done with members, mentorships, and all kinds of people explaining the BB course, going through it. So you can go along this course with me with this playlist as well. So make sure you click on that link in the bio. There's a link to buy the course. I hope you take your chance at it. It's a very, very cheap course compared to most people's. It was a lot more before, and honestly, I used to kind of hate myself for it, because I would sit there and I'd go, you know what? Why am I charging so much for this? It's literally just a course. I want more people to get in on this. So it's a lot less than most courses you find out there, and it has a plethora of knowledge in there, a plethora of information that we've added over time, and we will continue to add to it over time. It auto updates as we add more to it. So you already have all of this, and you'll have even more as we add to it over time. Of course, I will also update and announce when there is more info added. Of course, we just added some of the stuff here at the bottom, so give it a little time before we add more, and then we'll continue on from then. But I hope you enjoy the course. I hope you end up picking it up. If you already have the course, drop a comment below. Let the people know, how has the course treated you up so far? How has the information that we've brought on here helped you in your adventures through the market, your journey through the markets? But again, please drop a like on the video, drop a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you again.